If I woke up tomorrow and everything was gone, my investment accounts, my savings, even my income, and I had to start from zero without a safety net, without a backup plan, here's exactly how I'd rebuild the wealth as fast as possible. Not theory, not reading from a book. It is really a step by step blueprint of how it actually works because here's the truth a majority of people don't want to hear. If I gave you $1 million and for the average person, most of them would lose that money within the first 2 to 3 years. But if you gave someone the right financial education or strategy, even from zero, they could build that income rate back. So the real question is not how do we invest? The real question becomes, do you actually know how to build wealth from nothing? So let's go ahead and break this down. Now, over the last 20 years, I have spent watching people really build wealth and what they do with their money. And there's a pattern that I see with individuals over and over and over again. People are absolutely obsessed when it comes to investing long before they've earned the right to actually start investing. They put money into stocks, they're putting money into 401k plans, they're trying to grow money before they even have money, which could sound smart, but in reality, it is one of the absolute biggest reasons why people get stuck. Because if your income is unstable, if the foundation is weak, investing is not going to fix that at all. It's going to hide it. So if you're starting from zero and you're thinking about investing, there are a lot of other things to work on that are far, far more important than actually to start investing that money. Now, of course, if I have $0, my goal is to get that first $1,000 as fast as possible, not perfectly, not comfortably. We are talking about speed because at this level, money is not going to be building wealth. It's going to be proving to yourself that you can create momentum by saving that $1,000. And most people are going to fail right here. This is going to be the differentiating between the 90% and the 10%, depending on exactly what you're doing. So here's exactly how I would do it. First, I would cut everything out that didn't matter. We are talking subscriptions, impulse buying, anything that is going to slow it down. Now, this is not going to be forever. It's not going to be living on beans and rice, Dave Ramsey style, but long enough to start creating traction and start raising money in my life. Second, selling everything that I'm not using. And I know people hate this part, but let's be honest. There is a lot of money sitting around your house, and I know that is true in my house as well. And of course, just letting some of those items go are going to net you some income. Third, increasing income immediately any way you can. This could include overtime, side work, flipping and selling items, anything that is going to produce cash and cash quickly. And let me be clear, this is the phase of life where you're not looking at building your dream. This is about creating a sense of urgency to get to that $1,000 mark. Because broke people always try to protect the lifestyle. Wealth builders project the trajectory until you hit that first $1,000. Your focus is very, very simple. Get cash moving, get to that $1,000. Now, of course, once you hit that milestone of the first 1,000, this is where most people slow down. They feel progression, so they relax. They take their foot off the gas, and that's a mistake because this is the point where it is going to really start to separate those individuals from $1,000 to $10,000. This is where discipline becomes more important than ever because now you've proven to yourself that you have $1,000 and you can make money. Now the question becomes, can you keep the money you earned? And this is unfortunately where a lot of people start to falter. They start upgrading their life too early. They start rewarding themselves too soon. They start acting like they've made it. And this is just the point of getting started because this is where you got to do something differently. Keeping income your number one focus. Look for any way to increase your earning power, not just the hourly pay. We're talking about skills, opportunities, leverage, anything that is going to allow you to make more money per hour over time. What we're looking at next is that cash buffer. When we start looking at a cash buffer, we are looking at 30 days of expenses. This is going to be the point where you take that 1,000, you might turn it into 3,000 because without the buffer, any unexpected expense is going to be a setback when it comes to investing. And a setback can absolutely devastate the momentum that you just created with that $1,000. And third, which is crucial, you have to keep your lifestyle status quo. No upgrades, no unnecessary spending. This phase is not about comfort. It's about control. It's about raising the capital. And this is the mind shift that a lot of people don't really understand. At this stage, you are not an investor. You are starting to be an income builder. And if you skip this step in its entirety, you're going to pay for it later. Now, let me ask you something truthfully. If your income stopped today, how long would you survive? For a majority of people, paycheck to paycheck, it wouldn't even last a week. Could you last a month? Let me know in the comments down below where you are financially, because it gives you a really, really clear picture of how you're sitting financially. If you can only last a week, a month, maybe 3 to 6 months, that emergency fund, let me know. Now, once we get to that point of that $10,000, this is where investing finally comes in play, but not in the way that people really think, because at this level, you don't need complexity, you need consistency. So here's exactly what I would do. I would start investing in broad market index funds. We are looking at the VOO. That is the place that I would put it. Nothing flashy, nothing really complicated, just consistent long-term exposure to that market. And I automate it through dollar cost averaging. When you look at automation, it is going to remove the emotion when it comes to investing. And emotion is what ruins 99% of investors, because here's the part that most people get wrong. I don't stop focusing on income. If you don't have the ability to generate income, if you do not have investable assets or money that you're generating, this is the point where you actually have to push harder, because this is the stage where your income is still driving your investment portfolio. You need more income being able to essentially invest more at a higher level. And this is, again, where a lot of people start to lose momentum. They start watching the market every day. They get distracted from the producing income. They think investing as a game. It's not. The behavior is the main game. Consistency is the main game. Your ability to show up, even with the portfolio is boring, even with the market is not doing anything, that is how you actually build wealth. Now, the next step at this, once you start getting all of these steps, now once I get to that 50,000, this is where things in a portfolio are going to shift, because at 50K, you're going to start seeing momentum. You're going to start seeing that money working for you, not just because it's compounding, because it's scaling. Now, this is the point where I might switch some of the investments and start looking at a little bit more aggressively, maxing out those tax advantage accounts, the 401k, continue or maintain that income stream that you got. But here's the key. I don't change my strategies, and I haven't for about the last 15 years. I don't chase trends. I don't take unnecessary risks. I stay very consistent when it comes to investing, because this is where people sabotage themselves. They get impatient. They want to see bigger returns. They want to see bigger results. They take on bigger risks. That's how people start losing progression. When they start messing up with the compounding, they start buying and selling things. Wealth is not about the big moves, and we've seen it with Warren Buffett. It's about the discipline that we have when it comes to investing. Now, here's the truth a lot of people don't want to hear, and honestly, the strategy is not complicated. What's difficult is being the individual, being the person that can follow the strategy that we just talked about, because building wealth really requires three big things. Number one is going to be patience. The longer that you can invest, the longer that you can hold on to that. Number two is going to be discipline. Getting a portfolio, setting it up just like we did with my personal portfolio, and letting it run for 10, 20, 30, even 40 years. It's the accumulation of assets without selling the assets. So you're buying when they're up, you're buying when they're down, with a plan to never sell the assets that you have. And then the third one, which is a big one, delayed gratification. I see a lot of people that chase a lot of things, the get rich quick scheme, putting it into far, far too much risk in the market than really anyone should take. If you're looking at something like this, you have to reevaluate exactly what the foundation looks like and what your investing path really looks like. Because most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they can never say consistently enough to see the results that they're looking for in the portfolio. So of course, guys, for me, if I had to start over with nothing, this is exactly how I would build it. Step by step, no shortcuts, no hype, just the execution in there. So the real question becomes, where are you right now in this process? And more importantly, what are the next steps you're going to make? Because at the end of the day, information doesn't build wealth, only action does. Now, of course, guys, if you got any value out of this video, definitely let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and give the video a like. It's going to get it out to a lot of other people that need the financial education that you're receiving on this channel. So guys, I do reply to every single comment. So if you drop it down below, I will definitely reply. If you got questions, drop them down there as well. And as always, thank you guys for watching.